It has happened. Donald Trump and his wife Melania have tested positive for COVID-19. I apologize to those of you for reporting this a couple hours late. This happened a couple hours ago. I've been kind of slow on the draw. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, let's get right to it. So Donald Trump spent most of this year not taking the virus seriously. Not only did he eschew wearing a mask or trying to be, sanitary about this whole thing, but he also interfered with attempts to contain the coronavirus, and he and his supporters dissed anybody who took the virus seriously, including former Vice President Joe Biden. Now, there are people on the left that are quite giddy that he's been diagnosed with the virus. But here's the thing. A lot of people dislike the current president because of his lack of decorum, which on one hand is understandable, and Donald Trump saying that you're not going to get another president like him isn't the worst thing in the world. On the other hand, we get former presidents like George W. Bush who are taking advantage of the fact that the left is looking for anybody who used to be super right-wing to criticize Donald Trump. But with that aside, what matters right now is the politics of Trump and Biden. What are they going to do when they get in office? Biden has been in questionable health for a long time, and now Donald Trump has followed suit. So it's entirely possible that somewhere around the time of the election or even after the election, and between that time and January 17th, that one of them might not live to make it to that day. But let's assume for a minute that both of them survive, that they get the best health care that's available in this country, which, considering the amount of money that they have at their disposal and the resources they have, it's very likely that both of them survive after December. So what really matters is what they're going to do when they get in office. For people like Colleen Noir, what really mattered was whether or not the president, or future president rather, would take the AR-15 and other firearms away, as Joe Biden has promised multiple times in the past. Donald Trump has advocated for red flag laws in the past, but he backed off it when he found out how opposed to it his base would be. And for people like Colleen Noir, what really matters is that one particular issue. If Joe Biden just wasn't so anti-gun, with the exception of shotguns, then maybe people would feel more comfortable about voting for him against Donald Trump. Because people like Colleen Noir, from what I've seen, don't really care for Donald Trump that much, aren't really his biggest fans, but that one gun, the gun issue, for them is what really counts. I have written an article on MGTOW.tv where I outline my issues with both main candidates. And ultimately, what's really going to count is not how civil they are, but what they plan on doing when they get in office. We've had Trump in office for 4 years, and I explained a number of times to other people that I don't like the way he's run the United States. On the other hand, he's the devil that we know, as opposed to Biden, who's the devil that we don't know. I could really go into how all the problems that I have with Donald Trump's presidency in the comments section if you reply. I see it entirely possible that Mike Pence could potentially be our next president. Now that is a scary thought. On the other hand, I would consider Joe Biden becoming president to be a scary thought, considering that he's outright voiced that he wants to take most people's gun rights away, which makes sense because he's not the one that lives in South Chicago who has to worry about getting shot when he leaves his house. I really don't know what's going to happen. Like, this entire election cycle has been unpredictable, and we can only speculate what's going to happen, but leave your comment in the comment section down below what you think.